Hi everyone, welcome back to this week's episode of the Real Talking Podcast with your hosts Ash and JD. And it's the big fight night. It isn't for everyone that's listening because it's the day after, but for us, it is, say, big fight night. It's going to be a dead fight, I reckon. I watched some of the press conference. Well, I watched the press conference. I didn't watch the weigh-in bit afterwards. Well, the face-off or the weigh-in, because it was just wasn't entertaining.
Yeah.
I could see fear in AJ's face, and it just I've just haven't got any high hopes for it. It's just not looking like it's going to be a good evening for AJ. Anyway, there's
Go on, sorry, mate.
no, I was going to say there was a couple of pre-fights that looked like they're going to be tasty, but I'm just not feeling it for these main events.
No, I understand what you're saying. With the main event, though, you are thinking it's going to end in a knockout, though.
I hope it does.
Yeah.
If it does end in a knockout, I think that AJ has not got any chance.
You don't think? Not so bad.
Have you seen any of the videos of fucking Ngannou fucking in the UFC with his boxing and that?
Yeah, yes.
And it's just not every time, man. It's just fucking just KOs, and I just feel like AJ he's just past it. Well, he was never fucking really there. Apart from when he fought against Klitschko, that was his peak. That was his best performance.
A little bit overhyped, I suppose.
Yeah, always overhyped.
But do you not think, though, him first and Joshua, he's never had anyone that punches like Joshua? Because every time I see Joshua punch someone, I'm like, that looks like he fucking hurts.
I'm sure it does.
No, but so what I'm saying is, has he ever been punched like Anu Joshua can punch? That's the question as well. I suppose that's what makes it interesting.
Yeah. I mean, we will see tonight.
But big guys though, aren't they?
They
Absolute
are, yeah.
units.
Because after the press conference, the first little face-off, which isn't the proper one, but yeah, AJ. No, fair enough. Yeah, he's a big man, and he did get a lot bigger from his earlier fights and that, but he just. I don't know, just the way he's leaning back slightly as if he's afraid that he's just going to get a little cheeky slap while standing there. He doesn't look confident whatsoever. I saw a few things. There was one where he's training at some gym. I don't know if it was in America, but another boxer, I don't know who it was calling him out from across the way and comes over. And even then, he looks scared as well. Even though he's got all these people around, he still looks scared. And it weren't until they've been pushed away from each other that he starts properly gobbing off. He's trying to stay calm, just saying, look, you're not in my eye line yet. I've got these couple of fights coming up and that. And then, you do what you've got to do and we'll see where it goes. And then, as I say, once they got ushered away from each other, that's when he starts giving it. So why are you scared of him as well? Like, you act like the best in the world, but then you're still too scared.
I understand that, but I see it as like they see Andrew Joshua as the money fight.
Besides
the Tyson Fury, and who's that heavyweight? Who's the heavyweight again?
Wilder?
No, not Wilder. The little guy, the Ukrainian bloke. I forgot his name.
Usyk.
Yeah. So outside them two, Joshua's the money fight, and obviously he fights in Saudi Arabia all the time. Obviously money. So that's why I feel he probably gets called out all the time by people just wanting a bit of the money fight.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping it does reach higher than my expectations of the fight. But yeah, it was just he's just not engrossed any faith in me. Obviously, I want to try and back him, as the British fighter and that, but he's not showing any faith. He's not giving it out.
It's a bit strange as well how it's on a Friday, because normally boxing events on a Saturday.
I did find that strange because, to be fair, I've not seen much about it during its whole build-up. And it was only earlier in this week that I saw there was like a little bit of a promo thing where they both it went like Street Fighter-esque and that they were fighting and like getting hit up into the sky and bouncing the back. Then there was the one
Hadouken.
Yeah. Then I think it ended with like them both getting slapped up by an old granny or something. But I don't know. I watched it, didn't really pay attention, obviously. And then there was the one where he was slagging off what's AJ listening to on his AirPods.
Yeah,
and it was like, you're a big man, you're strong, you're gonna win. And he's like, what the fuck's this? which I thought that was quite funny. But otherwise, yeah, there's not really been much build up. The main things I have seen outside of any of the press conferences or anything though is the leaked script for it. So
But why does everything get leaked?
I know
It's just that's
because
weird.
we've seen it with loads over the last I don't know at least 12 months anyway, where there's a leaked script and it's scorecards, what round are going down and whatever, and there's a picture. Now I'm assuming it's AI generated because of how realistic it looks, but it's both of them. Essentially, they're doing the Rocky knockout, like the double
Yeah.
knockout pose, and I don't know what round because I've seen a couple of different ones, like saying fucking 7, 8, or 10th round or whatever. So I don't know what round is actually on the script, but yeah, they reckon it's going to be a double knockout draw according to this script, and so it leads to a second one in a couple of months' time. Then,
Yeah, I think that's fake, mate.
but I just wouldn't be surprised. As I say, because of how much of that I've seen compared to the rest of the promo and that. I know the algorithms always push that once you find something, it will keep pushing it and that, but it's been shoved down my throat, and I suppose that's what's added to the when I'm seeing AJ's lack of enthusiasm and not really saying much or not
Yeah, makes you
giving any
believe.
game plan or anything. It's like, is it scripted then? Does he already know that he's got this big payday and that he's got the next one in the bag in a couple of months again?
I always feel like with boxing, I don't know how much they're getting paid for this fight. I assume it's easy 20 million plus for Anthony Joshua and maybe 12 million. I think.
Well, yeah, because Fury said that it was like 6 or 7 million that he earned for Ngoglu last time, wasn't he?
Yeah,
On
yeah.
their fight, that's
Was it okay? So, you know, judging when you go for your career earnings, if you lose, you've still done it in life. So I don't know why they would script it in terms of, why they would have to.
I don't know. I mean, if they are, then it's got to be down to like golden handshakes here and there, and it backhanders.
Yeah,
Because as I say, because how little I've seen leading up to it, I don't know who's benefiting from it becoming a second or a third
yeah.
fight out of it as well.
Because that's, as I know I said it earlier, that's where Andy Joshua just seems to fight now, Saudi Arabia, doesn't he?
Because it's
The
where he's
money,
getting all the
yeah.
money.
You
Yeah,
would do, innit? You would do
yeah.
if you could do 4 fights, 100 million quid.
Yeah, but it's good to see that he has had a couple more fights, like over the last 12 months compared to when he first come onto the scene. Because once he got the title, it was
It was like once or twice a year, wasn't it?
yeah,
Well,
it
if
was
that, wasn't it?
yeah, it literally was like probably every 9 months, and it just drug out too long.
It's mad because before Andy Joshua, I can't remember watching a boxing event. So he has carried the sport in terms of viewership because it has drawn more attention to boxing.
Yeah, well, I remember like staying up to watch Ricky Hatton and
Yeah,
that.
but that was like one, like, few and far
Yeah, yeah,
between. Do you know what I mean?
it was never often that I used to watch it. I mean, I still don't really watch it
And
often these
I
days.
suppose that didn't have the bigger fights were always in America, where, as you said, you'd have to stay up till like 4 o'clock to watch it
Yeah,
on a Saturday.
it's then even when it is over in O2 in the London, in the London, in London in the O2, you can tell it's been a long day for me, Jesus. Um, when it's going on till like 1 o'clock in the morning, then it's like, why does it still have to be so late? So that's the good thing about tonight. Um, I think it's meant to be around 11 o'clock for the main card.
Okay.
So hopefully it's worth staying up for. I mean, I'm going out, so I'm planning on coming back before then. So yeah, hopefully I don't miss too much in the pre-fights as well. Otherwise, I might have to do a little cheeky rewind and watch some of them. Well, watch them tomorrow before any of the football. Which
Yeah, was
I'll get onto the football a little bit because our mate James, fucking non-scouse James, has emailed again, and
as it.
so yeah, but going from one scripted fight to another scripted fight. Anyway, there's I saw the news come out the other day that Jake Paul and the old Mike Tyson are having a fight.
Yeah, I seen
which
this
is
yesterday.
it was literally yesterday for myself. So April 6th is
Yeah.
when it's going to be, and it's on Netflix. I don't know if we're still going to have to pay a pay-per-view for it or anything yet, but it's just the
Mm.
promo that I saw. Well, it started off with a TikTok video where it's showing Mike Tyson in the ring. He's hitting the pads, and when your man's got the body bag and that on, he's like bam, 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 and he's moving quick as well. And it was just a caption saying, "Look, Jake Paul's got this to go." I was like, "What's going on there?" And so clicked on the link, saw what was happening, saw the promo video.
And saw what Jake Paul had to come.
Well,
Well, it's got to come. Yeah.
I can't believe now. Fair play, like just to have the balls to stand in the ring with him and know that he's going to get a punch.
I think
It's balls and
again, I feel like I just said with money, sometimes he's 58, isn't he? Mike Tyson at the moment. So, it's not going to be the same as, as prime Tyson. But again, it's just money, mate. Money makes you do loads of things. So if he's going to earn, I can only imagine how much they're going to earn from that one. So win, lose, or draw, he's done it.
Yeah, I think because I've not seen any figures for it or anything, but I think that's gonna have to be like a 50 million fight, like split between them, at least I'd say.
Well, it makes you think then because I know it's getting held in an American football arena, isn't it? I think that is it called the AT Stadium. I think it's called AT Stadium. Anyway, it's 80,000 stadium capacity. So obviously sell that, and that makes me think what you just said about Netflix is
Yeah,
their pay per view
I've got to
because
check.
they've got to earn some money from it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
even though they've been putting the prices up.
yeah, with the ads.
Yeah, well,
Do
there's
you,
that, and then because Prime have just done it as well,
yeah,
haven't
with the
they?
ads, yeah.
Cracks me up that does because uh, my membership was before they've like changed it. You have to pay extra not to have the ads now, and I know that there's a lawsuit going against them now. So obviously because it was sold as no adverts or anything, so it's false advertisements. So there's a cease and desist to stop this extra subscription and to refund people that have already been charged for
Oh,
it.
okay.
It'll be something that goes on for a long time. I can't
Yeah.
see it happening anytime soon. Because Amazon, they've probably got the same lawyers as Man City, so they'll be able to force it for a long time.
Unlimited.
Yeah, literally is all the money, any
Just everything.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it's going to be an interesting one. I'll definitely watch that one.
The thing with the Mike Tyson one is if it is in America, it'd be an awkward time, as we were just speaking about.
Yeah.
Hopefully it isn't. Hopefully they can amend it so it's that one would be better if it's on a Friday night. Because I always thought when you was a kid watching boxing, Saturday into Sunday,
Yeah.
bit shit. But is that a heavyweight?
It'll have to be, won't
Because
it?
Mike Tyson was a heavyweight, wasn't
Yeah,
he?
yeah,
But
and he's
Jake
still a
Paul
big man.
fights as middleweight, doesn't he? I'm sure he fights as middleweight because Tommy Fury was middleweight.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he'd have to put some size on there.
But the last I did see, because I think it was an Indian boxer that pulled up outside of his house because Jake apparently had been saying something about him, and so he pulls up and starts giving it to him verbally, nothing else. Didn't start bombing him. But Jake might be into that. I don't know. So on that clip anyway, I saw and he does look a bit bigger compared to his earlier boxing days anyway. It'd be interesting. I imagine it's going to be classed as an exhibition again, isn't it? So
Yeah.
they're not going to really go for a knockout, but it'd be interesting to see when the press conference and that comes out because is Jake still going to give all the shit talk like he has done to
He
everyone
normally does,
else?
yeah.
Because obviously we remember from back in the day, Walt's just going to get up and just fucking bite his ear off straight away. So, imagine if he does that though. Fucking
Yeah, there must be some odds on that happening now.
yeah, there'll have
like
to be a
10
betting
to 1
for
or
it.
something.
I would put a tenner on it as well. That'd be funny. That would. Excuse the ring doorbell. It's not for everyone. Yeah, while we're still on the scripted notions, anyway, I keep seeing it. I don't know why. it keeps popping up on my feed anyway. But I don't know if you've seen any of the current WWE, what's going on.
Oh yeah, the tribal tree.
Yeah, so Roman Reigns and then The Rock, they're all family now
Yeah, the
somehow.
bloodline.
Yeah, and then
They
it's the
are
beef.
they are family in real life. They are through Samara. Like you know how that because it's not it's bloodline as such. But yeah,
Yeah, yeah, but I'm related to every Irish person as well on that bloodline, and it's it's just all bollocks. Uh, but yeah, they're having the beef with Cody Rhodes, and I don't because I'm just seeing clips. I don't sit there and watch wrestling anymore, but I know that it's leading up to WrestleMania,
yeah,
and then The Rock is going to be the main event, and I've seen a lot of videos of Stone Cold Steve Austin hitting the gym,
yeah. I've seen
and
some as
he's
well.
looking in good shape.
Yeah,
And so I got a feeling that it's scripted for him to show up and hand out a kind of whoop ass to fucking The Rock.
see, I think with Stone Cold, it won't be WrestleMania. I think it's when they go back to Saudi Arabia for the money because they do an event there every year in Saudi Arabia. I think they
That
do
look, I
two
know they
now
couldn't wait.
actually. Yeah, yeah. And because they're like all the old wrestlers, but obviously like Undertaker and that, but
Mm,
obviously they're like 60 now and that.
yeah, yeah.
So for me, I think it'd be more towards past WrestleMania. It'd be good if he comes back at WrestleMania, and then obviously I think that's what it's for because the money, as we said, too good to
Mm.
turn down.
But it is, and
He had
I
shit
know.
knees though, didn't
Yeah, I
he?
was
His
just
knees
about
were
to say
shot.
his knees were always shot, but it was just the entertainment for him,
Yeah,
wasn't it? I
yeah,
just used to watch that original
yeah.
WWE.
Attitude era. Oh my,
Yeah,
just you couldn't
absolutely
beat it as well.
fantastic.
Kurt Angle, Chris Jericho,
Yeah,
obviously The Rock, Triple H,
I know the
Undertaker,
fucking
Kane, Big Show. There was just Dudley Boys,
yeah, D
JR,
Generation X and
yeah,
that Shawn Michaels,
JR and
fucking
Jerry the King as
oh
commentators were
god,
just perfect.
yeah, the fucking just the way that Jerry the King would always perp when the women come out
Yeah,
as well, like fucking he'd love it on the
it
bikini
absolutely, yeah,
matches
I'd
and that,
love it,
wouldn't
yeah.
they? Fucking hell, funny geezers, but yeah, it's so just because I keep saying that, it's just bringing the old nostalgic, all the feels back. So I'm thinking I might end up watching WrestleMania this year as well. But
It's
again, that's until like 4 o'clock in the morning,
yeah,
isn't
and
it?
it's over 2 days now, isn't it?
Is it?
They have two shows in WrestleMania. Yeah,
Jesus, God.
that's so they have a Saturday one with a Saturday main event. Well, they have been anyway. Then a Sunday main event.
So how does that work then? Do they split it up because they have
Yeah, so
Friday Night Raw and
yeah,
Saturday
it
Night
used to.
SmackDown, don't
I
they?
haven't watched it for about 2 years, but it used to be like SmackDown on one and then Raw on the other one. But I haven't watched it for a few years. I must
It's
admit.
strange that it's because you'd think that they'd still split
No,
it up, but
no, because
they're more exclusive to each one,
so
aren't they?
Raw and SmackDown are owned from different TV companies in America.
God
So
knows.
yeah, yeah. So you're signed to that TV channel. Or I don't know how it works exactly, but I think that's how it is. I might be wrong now, but that's how it was.
I don't know.
Yeah,
As I say, I haven't properly watched it for
it's
years.
not the same. I just like Chris Jericho with the list
Mm.
and the Miz, just because people that can talk on the mic.
I think it was probably just as the Miz was first coming around. That was sort of like the back end of when I was watching
Mm.
it. But I know he, well, I don't know if he is still in it, but last year at least, maybe the year before, he was look a lot more popular. Otherwise, yeah, I don't know. There's a yeah, you could put it on. I wouldn't have a clue who the majority are.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
Really wouldn't. It's because again with one of the clips, um, The Rock was about to do his fucking final speech, and then Roman Reigns has like put his hand down, stopped him, and I was just looking at the geezer in the back, and I'm thinking, is that Rikishi's son? Do you remember Rikishi?
Yeah, yeah. What's his name now? He won Jay, so it was I know someone screaming who he was. Yeah, carry on, mate. I
I
can't
don't know,
remember
but
his
that's
name.
all I was
Yeah,
thinking. I wasn't because I just knew it was bullshit. Like it's trying to lead to another drama for WrestleMania, and I was just thinking he looks just like Rikishi. Is that his son?
I,
Because obviously
I know who you're on about,
it's a
and
common theme,
I
isn't it?
think you might be on something there.
But I say it's a common theme because obviously the Rock's dad or uncle
Yeah.
were professional wrestlers. Cody Rhodes, he's the son of Goldberg. And then there's someone else that had him.
Ain't Cody Rhodes the son of Dusty Rhodes?
Goldust, sorry, not
Goldust.
Goldberg. Goldust. Because when Cody Rhodes first come in, he was dressed as a young Goldust as well,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Silver
yeah,
Dust
yeah,
or
yeah.
something.
Yes, you are right.
Yeah,
And his granddad was a wrestler as well, wasn't he?
might have been, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, Solar, that's his name, the wrestler's name. I'm just trying to see now if he is Rikishi's he's trained by Rikishi.
Probably got the
Oh
same
yeah,
diet as well.
Rikishi is his dad, yeah.
So, and
Yeah.
that was just because I saw him behind the
Ah,
two of them.
so Roman Reigns is his cousin in real life.
Mm.
Jay and Jimmy Uso are his brothers.
Okay.
Ah, that's all right. So that must mean obviously Rikishi's there, that as well.
So
So
that's actual bloodline.
yeah.
But yeah, it's the Rock just hyping on it for no reason. Then this time, any. He must be getting some mega money to return back to the
Yeah.
WWE because you think of how much he's been earning from all the films and that. You know, he's vodka, isn't he? Or is it gin?
No, it's a
Tequila.
tequila.
Yeah, the tequila that he's got out and that. Um, you know, his name's on a lot of films and projects and that worldwide as well. So to think
Yeah.
he's getting paid
Yeah.
more to go back into the ring again.
It's
There.
since WWE have been brought out, obviously, you can see they're pumping a lot more money into it.
Well, again, because I've only seen a couple of bits, but what's happening with Vince McMahon? Because I know
Oh,
he's nothing to do with it anymore. Like,
yeah, no, he resigned, didn't he, after that scandal?
but what was the scandal? I didn't see any of it.
Apparently, it was sex trafficking women, wasn't it?
I
That's
don't
that.
know.
I haven't read too much into it
I know he
because
was always a bit of a pervert, to be
yeah,
fair. And then I saw there was like an interview with Stephanie. Uh, I don't know. He tried to do a storyline of she was pregnant and it was going to end up as being Shane's or something, like to her brothers. But she was like, no, that's too far for me. So I says no to him. But it was, yeah, I didn't see, and obviously I never looked into it.
no, I saw the article, but I didn't read into it as well.
I don't know, but it was different times, though, weren't it? You know, the 80s and 90s. It was all acceptable. It was fine.
Mm.
You know, just be a perv, be a dirty old man. Fine.
I remember, because he didn't have an affair with was he Stacey Keebler in the Attitude Era, or something why Linda McMahon was like paralysed. Do you remember? There was a bit why she was in a wheelchair for a bit,
Yeah. Uh,
and I'm sure like then he had like wasn't
I
that
don't know.
Stacey Keebler?
I
As
don't
his
know. I
like
remember
as
there
his
was a
PA or something.
yeah. Was that when like she was dressed as in like a woman's suit
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
with the short skirt, and he's got the office desk in the middle
yeah,
of the
yeah,
ring,
yeah.
and she's like, I don't
That's
know.
the
She
one.
puts a leg on the table
Yeah,
or
and his
something, and
face
he's
is
like,
like,
oh.
yeah, and Jerry the King's just fucking loving it.
Loved it, man.
Yeah.
Didn't they? God, you wouldn't be surprised if he was under the fucking desk just tugging on his
Just
little cock.
I just remember the pops though when Stone Cold used to come out, but it's not the same. Like I remember when like Stone Cold used to fight Booker T backstage, and like they
Mm.
used to go everywhere. Like where did they go? They went into a church, and like I don't know what they're called, mate. Where you make confessions. What are those actually
Yeah,
called?
just a confession booth,
Is
ain't
that
it?
what it's called?
Yeah.
And like he's in there, like Stone Cold's in the other side, like, proper.
Yeah, and just like the coffee match, like the death match or whatever, the coffee match. So he'd be like buried alive, and it'd always be the Undertaker, and he'd just like sit back up again,
Mm,
and just like I don't, you say you couldn't script it, it was scripted. Just the way that there'd be the celebration with Stone Cold, he'd be getting the beers chucked at him and that, and he'd pass the beer to someone else. They'd have a sip, and then he'd still stunner him. Like, how did they not know that was going to happen? They've seen it happen to everyone else that he's done that
yeah.
to. So why is it not going to happen again?
Yeah. He used to son at everyone, though, didn't he?
Oh, it was amazing.
Vince, Shane.
Yeah.
I seen a TikTok today actually where he stunned Vince McMahon. Shane McMahon come down, he stunned him. Stephanie came down, he stunned her. Then Linda McMahon come down, he stunned her, and all four of them were just stunned in the ring.
Uh,
Fuck, you know.
well, I think it was, yeah, it must have been like a Raw Rumble or something. Well, most likely Royal Rumble because I just remember there was like 20 in a row. He's just in the ring for like 5 minutes, and it's just stunner after stunner, and it was just bodies everywhere, chaos.
I need the old Stone Cold. I remember that one. Yeah,
So,
no, that was great, wasn't it? Growing up watching.
oh god, it
Yeah.
was quality. Yeah, and again, I suppose you can't do it these days. But as a kid, and you play fighting, doing the wrestling moves and that. God, well, if I was trying to do a stunner on your daughter now, not definitely not now because she's still a baby. But you try and do that in 10 years' time, you probably get the police called on you. Yeah, so I think I'll probably end up watching WrestleMania as well. It's yeah, an interesting couple. Again, I don't even know when WrestleMania is.
You'd have to start, or if you was going to watch WrestleMania, I'd start watching like SmackDown and Raw again, just to build yourself up,
Oh yeah, I'd
so
have
you
to do a
can see
couple of
the
weeks.
build up to the fight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or just carry on watching TikTok because that's where they
yeah.
give me all these videos for the
That's it.
bloodline. It's mad because it's people watching it and giving their commentary
Yeah,
over it,
yeah.
and
And you're watching that person give their commentary while they're
yeah. So
watching
even
it.
though it's
Yeah,
still got the clip on the bottom, it's like these people are proper invested, and I just like the one of the ones I was watching anyway. I don't know what was going on, and I was giggling to myself and thinking, like, this is my version of watching like the United stand and that, because it's like even though they don't show the game, I'm still listening to them while watching the
yeah.
game and that. Like, fair play, man. People are making money off of it,
Mhm.
and yeah. So hopefully you guys can start supporting us more, so we can earn money off of this. But yeah, as always, keep sending in the emails and the text messages. I'll try and remember the number off by heart again. 07470 488 096. It'll be in the description on the YouTube, bouncing around on the screen, whatever. But yeah, keep them coming. And since I've already said his name, I might as well start off with James.
But he couldn't wait
He
to.
fucking
He
loves it,
couldn't
doesn't
wait to message
he?
you,
He
could he?
loves it. So literally, it was. He'd had one job and they bottled it again. We will show you how it's done on Sunday.
Oh, because they're versus Man City, aren't they?
To be fair, Sunday's looking good for football.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Arsenal, Spurs, and yeah,
Yeah.
Liverpool, Man City. It's yeah, going to be a good weekend, I reckon.
Proper games.
Yeah, look, that's what Super Sunday should be
Yeah.
when it's the fucking, it's the four top teams.
Yeah, not Burnley versus Luton on a Monday night.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that.
So yeah, I'll be looking forward to this Sunday. It's a good, good full weekend of sports, really, like in a sense, because as I say, with the boxing tonight,
And isn't the Graham the F1 on Saturday as well?
I don't
Because I'm sure that
really
I
don't
might be
know.
wrong
I
on saying
never
that, but I'm
look at
sure that's
anything.
on a Saturday as well this year.
Never look at anything to do with the Formula One.
People love that, don't they?
They do.
I can't get into it. I can't get into it, but I know.
I can understand watching it on the TV, but I just don't get why you'd want to like be in
The atmosphere, the stands
well,
watching.
yeah, like Silverstone or whatever, just to see.
Mm, mm.
I just, yeah, not for me.
Yeah. No, it is. You are literally just gonna see like literally 20 cars like 2 seconds at a time.
Yeah.
Every minute and a half.
I know. It's like we've, I'm going to offend a few, if not all Americans right now. NASCAR, like,
Oh.
it's just a circle. Just
Yeah, but at least you get to see the
yeah,
whole.
you can see the whole thing.
thing. Yeah,
So
so
that'd be better viewing wise, like. But it's like, yeah, oh, I'm straight. Oh, I'm turning left again. Oh, I'm straight. Oh, left again.
yeah.
So,
You know what? Like in America, they have those destruction derbies. That'd be great to watch.
yeah,
That'd be great.
I used to love them games as well. God, on the old PS1, fucking just bashing up everything. And then that Ricky Bobby. What was the film called now? Because it was Will Ferrell in it.
Yeah. Is it the ballad?
No, it's the Dagger Nights.
Yeah, it's Dragon Knights.
Something like that.
Some
The Ballad of Ricky Bobby.
That's it.
Well, yeah, that was a good film. Most of Will Ferrell's films were good though, aren't they?
Yeah, they can't make those kind of films no more, can they?
Nah.
Nah.
But Step Brothers. God, the other guys.
The other guy, yeah.
Aim for the bush. The Rock. Fucking hell, scripted. But anyway, James, yeah, fuck off.
Sorry, if Liverpool do win, as well. What are you thinking? And do you reckon they're good for the league then?
Well, with the momentum that Arsenal have got at the moment,
So you
I,
so you're still going against
yeah,
Liverpool?
Liverpool are really going to struggle on Sunday. I'm saying this in general. So Salah should be back and a couple other players,
Yeah,
but
because he was back yesterday, wasn't he, for the Europa game?
I didn't even pay attention to
Yeah,
any of that last night.
yeah,
To
they
be
won
fair,
5-1.
I, yeah, so I haven't looked at the scores. I know that the Man City game for the Champions League was free to watch on Prime the other night as well. But
Oh, was it?
yeah, but I didn't even bother. I just knew it was going to be Man City win, and I think they won like 5-1 or something as well.
3-1.
3-1. I
Yeah,
don't know. Yeah, you just know that they're going to score, don't you? But the game, I mean, I would have been happy with a draw, obviously, and the fact that we didn't get completely battered, you know, that they should have and could have easily had 8, 9 goals, but probably Anana's best performance. Uh,
mm,
Debatable that he could have been man of the match for United, uh, and it was good until Man City scored that first goal, and then it was like they just that's it now we've lost. So yeah, it's just because I watched more so listened to the overlap podcast with Gary Neville and that, and because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was on it the other
yeah.
day, and he basically just come out and says, "Hey, uh, a lot of the players just give up." He knew that the Watford game he was getting sacked the next day, and at half time he just says to the lads, "Look, if you don't want to play, put your hand up and you're coming off." And the two players that come off at half time were Marcus Rashford and Scott McTominay, and obviously ended up losing that game. And he got sacked the next day. But just he was saying that there was a lack of leaders in the team. No one wanted to be captain, and this and that. The owners, the board, whatever, didn't back him the way he should have done. Uh, he says to buy Haaland while he was managing him, and then after, well, he'd already gone as well. Says to buy him. He says that he's got a 20 million euro release clause. Get him. And Man United were like, nah, we don't want him. Not for that money as well.
Mm.
And you think, fucking,
The money they're spending on now
yeah,
on
the money they
players,
wasted on players, and when he could have got Haaland, whether he would have come or not, I don't know, because obviously
and
Roy
you don't
Keane
know
just battered
if
his dad.
yeah, and you wouldn't know if he would have become the player he is if he went there.
Yeah, I don't think he would have progressed to the same levels.
Exactly.
It's the same as if Jude Bellingham would have signed.
No, that's
He
looking
wouldn't
like
have
the
had,
bet. Yeah,
yeah, he wouldn't have had the same coaching and that, no. So he wouldn't be, debatably world class as he is at the moment. But yeah, back to this Sunday though. Uh, really, I'd like Liverpool to win, just so it
yeah,
stops
but it's
Man City
yeah,
getting a treble essentially. Because I can't see because Arsenal doing too well in the Champions League,
no,
and then
because they
it's
lost to Paul, didn't they, last week?
yeah, and Real Madrid, are they as strong as Man City? I don't think they are. So I think it's Man City's cup to win again. Um, so yeah, it's down to Arsenal or Liverpool. And if you was going to ask me honestly, I'd want Arsenal to win it because fuck the Scousers.
Yeah. I just want to because Man City's won the last 3 times in a row in
Yeah,
the
so
Premier League.
yeah,
So
before years in a row.
I'd like someone
Um,
else to win it.
yeah, but
I don't mind Liverpool or Arsenal. To be fair, I do like Liverpool more than Arsenal just because I like Klopp and some of the players Liverpool have got.
yeah, well, I know there's a lot of good feeling around the Liverpool fans these days because win or lose, they're still happy with what's happened on the clock essentially. So they're all in a good mood. But
But I feel like I get what you're saying with that. But I feel like obviously they've won the League Cup. I think they've just got a little bit of momentum now.
yeah, they
I
should
do.
do. Because essentially it's theirs to lose. So it's can they keep the momentum? Can they still keep fighting with all the injuries that they have got, even though they've got the players coming back? So yeah, it'd
I,
be interesting.
I think if they beat Man City, then it is theirs to lose.
Yeah.
I think 100%. You just can't. Man City are just fucking different, and they've got too much.
Well, you just know, like, because how many times over the years have they had a bad start to the season and then they just go and win every other
Yeah,
game? And you know that they've got that they can always just go and win 15 games on the
yeah.
bounce. And it's You know,
Yeah, like
but
every season.
it is
Yeah.
though, and it's just like fucking, it's nothing to them, and it's ridiculous.
Fuck
So
yeah.
yeah,
Imagine
it's
just winning 15 games a season. I do not
I know. Well, yeah, it's hard, but because leading up to the derby on the weekend as well, I kept seeing these bloody videos of look. So I'm guessing one woman done it, and all these girls started jumping on the bandwagon. So look, basically, the women were recording the boyfriend secretly and saying, "You need to just stop being a Man United fan. Why don't you just be a City fan or whatever?" And the majority of them says, "Why don't I just get another girlfriend then? Why don't I just get another wife or whatever?" And it's just they don't understand, and it is in general. It's football. You can't just stop and support a different team. You have to just once you've got one, you have to stick with them.
Yeah, that is true. It
It's
is true. But
it's
like
horrible.
for me, if I didn't support Birmingham, I wouldn't support anyone else. Like in context to what you're saying,
Mm,
I wouldn't go and support someone else. Then it'd just be them or no one.
yeah,
Yeah,
and I think that's what I'd end up doing, especially because I keep seeing the fucking rumours flying around that Southgate's in the pipeline as well as
yeah, I've
Graham
seen that.
Potter and that. And I've
Honestly, you just need to get on Thing Bob's. What's his name again?
yeah, Mark Goldbridge,
Mark
but
Grovich.
but
He
it's
just
it's just frustrating because like England, they should be winning the major trophies. You know, we've got the
they should have
Euros
won
coming
one.
up.
They should at least won one by now. I feel.
Yeah, but Southgate still plays fucking two defensive midfielders against like
Yeah,
Lithuania and that.
Calvin Phillips and fucking Henderson started.
Yeah, and
Yeah, yeah.
it's like, with the abundance of great talent that England have got, like for players, and to still pick the players that aren't playing week in, week out and that, just because he trusts them, he likes them, games for the boys and whatever, it's just ridiculous. And I can't see, like, he struggled at Middlesbrough. He's
Mm,
not going to be any good at a, put it this way, would Liverpool go for him when Klopp go?
not a chance.
Would they go for Graham Potter? No
Mm,
chance.
I don't know about that actually.
Now, from what happened at Chelsea, the way he couldn't handle the players and stuff,
Yeah, but
it,
that's like an ego thing, anyway. Some players, I think,
yeah, but it's
and
it,
the way that club is because they've got a history of players doing that, and it's like
yeah, with all the down tools and that, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
But
And
no,
they go through manager every season, so
yeah, but I still don't. I wouldn't see him going for not these days anyway. I wouldn't see him going for Graham Potter. Maybe back in the day when they were happily getting Brendan Rodgers and stuff. But nah, I mean, I couldn't even see a current Tottenham going for Graham Potter. Now, couple of years ago they would have done, but not now. Especially though, Angie's doing well, which would be interesting to see how he does next season. But yeah, there's we was on about it the other week. There's not enough big name managers out there to make you think, yeah, have that one,
mm,
have that one.
yeah, to give you
Uh,
confidence.
yeah, so it's yeah, but I don't think Liverpool are going to win on the weekend, and I don't think they're going to win the league anyway.
What?
So yeah,
Well, if not, you get a message.
well, yeah, it'd be interesting to see if he's quiet this weekend or not. Um, yeah,
Thanks for your email, by the
yeah.
way.
Cheers,
Yeah.
James. I feel like I'm gonna have to start a podcast with James. Call it the Undertaker or something. Just take the piss out of the overlap. Fucking because that it must. I know they're friends in real life, but it must be hard. You played against each other. You had all these rivalries and that on the pitch, and then now you're on Sky Sports and a podcast and that
Mm,
together. God, I mean, I suppose someone's got to do it with him, though,
yeah.
ain't they? Yeah, so look out for that one coming out soon. The Undertake. Yeah, fucking hell. Fuck that. If I was going to do it, I'd have to do it with a proper scout, so we're not. So, yeah, on to more correspondence anyway. So we've got Lauren, and she has emailed in saying, have you ever found anything in your home that was left by the previous owner?
Oh yeah, I have actually.
What did you find?
A pair of knickers behind the radiator.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Yeah, there was a kinky couple. You could tell, like from what the alarm was 6969. And
All the
yeah,
banter.
with the mirrors in the room and everything. But yeah,
Mm.
yeah, pair of knickers. Yeah,
Yeah, I forgot about them.
yeah.
God, they made Adam's day, didn't they? In mine, well, because I've moved a fair few times, I don't think there's ever really been nothing noteworthy. There was a job that I did a couple of years ago, though. Was changing the loft ladder, well, putting in a loft ladder because there never used to be one. And as we was moving the loft insulation, there was a gun underneath it. It was an old, I can't remember the
Smith and
brand
Wesson.
of, no. Uh, the the company, they mainly make shotguns, but the, this one, it was just like a revolver or whatever, basically. Because I did do a little research on it at the time. It was like from pre-World War One or something. So I'm guessing it was
Yeah.
like an ex-army old boy that used to live there originally. He'd stored it in the loft because even like the people he was doing the job for, he was like, "Fucking hell, this was in your loft." Like, didn't have a clue, didn't know nothing about it. Um, it wasn't me, but the other lad took it to the antique shop, and he just says, "Yeah, you can't sell this or anything, fucking," because essentially, if you found the right bullet for it, it would still
Yeah.
be usable. So he was like, "Look, you can either hand it into the police station, but you'll get questioned, or you can give it here, and I can go and get it fucking melted." Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
so
sure he did. Yeah.
well, because he wouldn't
some
have been able to sell
no,
it himself.
no, but some obviously I don't know how it works over here, but if if you got an artifact like that, you can claim ownership of it, and then you'll be able to sell it. So it's not just. I don't think it's just like what that person said, where you're going to say to the police because obviously it is it's an artifact as such. It's
Mm.
as you said, probably predates World War One. Probably a bit of money in it, especially if it's a rare gun as well.
Yeah, but
Just
I couldn't see much on it. That I couldn't see any value for it or anything when I did look. Um, yeah, there wasn't a great deal of that model that was made either. But yeah, he was like, "Yeah, you're not going to be able to sell it." So yeah, he just fucking give it to him, and he literally saw him just chuck it in this bucket, which had like a load of other scrap metal and whatever. Yeah, he said he would just get it melted down.
mm,
Um, but other than that, nothing spectacular. A lot of the time, it's just junk that I find in people's lofts.
yeah, it's more nice what they leave like on purpose. Like when we bought this house, tires in the shed,
Oh,
slabs
yeah,
in the
stuff like that
alleyway,
cracks me up,
dog
man.
like like a dog cage
Yeah, yeah.
upstairs, like in the attic. So it's just like that's got left on purpose. But
Mm,
that's an annoyance. But yeah, apart from that's it really.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
But no, thank you for your email.
yeah, thanks. Right, and then we've got one from Miles again. Uh, what games you've been playing? So obviously not asking you because
Mm.
you did say last week you've still not been playing anything. Missing out, man. Looking for something new to play. So it's I have got Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I've not played any of that yet, but I want to play the first one again because I think it carries the levels over and whatever log.
Okay.
Plus, because I've done it on the PS4, whatever trophies are there, they won't be on the PS5. So, and just to get the story back in my head again, because it's been like fucking 6 years since it was first
Mm.
released. So, I will do that first. But otherwise, it's Trails of Cold Steel, Legend of Heroes. But as I missed the first three games, I didn't realise until I'd started playing through them. And if I wasn't so far into them, I would go back and
Mm.
play the original ones. But I did look. I'd have to do it on Steam, which again, having time, plus it'd be on the laptop, and I haven't got enough room on the laptop to do it all and whatever. But yeah, three of those. But yeah, Legend of Heroes, it's a whole saga. So what is it? The three. Uh, there's like 10 games.
Mm.
So yeah, because the story continues over and over. It is good. Yeah, I just ain't got enough time to crack on through it as I'd like to.
That
Really,
and that's what I was about to say. Just we spoke about it before. When it comes to gaming, it just doesn't seem to be enough hours in day to feel it anymore. Like when
nah,
you was younger, it just seemed to be so natural. Didn't think too much into it.
yeah.
But like as you get older, it's like I'm gaming. It's like it's a bit like nah. And then you don't want to be tired the next day.
Yeah, but I have been finding a couple of days because, like, the beginning of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the missus is working away. So instead of watching TV, I will play for a
Mm.
couple of hours after I've got back from work, walk the dog,
Yeah, like get
had
back
a
into that
shower.
routine of playing it.
Yeah, so instead of when I was watching like an hour or two of whatever TV programs, I'm using that time to play
Yeah.
the PlayStation. Otherwise, yeah, it's just trying to find a little bit. Well, again, it's mainly on a Sunday then as well when the missus is out for the whole day, depending on football and stuff. So this weekend there'll be no time for it because I'll be recovering from tonight's fortnight and then straight on 12:30 kick-off tomorrow, which is today for everyone that is listening as it's come out on the Saturday, 10 a.m. And then, yeah, all Sunday, football all day Sunday. So probably a couple hours on Sunday morning, depending
Mm.
on, again, weather related, because I like to take the dog out for a good couple of hours in the morning. So, yeah, but yeah, keep out for that. I enjoy those RPG
I
games,
was
though.
about to say they're my favourite kind of games as well, where you can just role play.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
but they've got to have like a good story and sorry, Joe. They're gonna have a good story and not too much going on in terms of. No, look, I don't like games where you have to cook your own meals.
yeah,
You know,
so
shit like that where you have to make recipes and find stuff.
yeah, you
Just
can do that on this on these games as well, but you don't have to.
mm,
Like, yeah, you can get. Well, essentially, it's just all for trophies these days, though. But you don't need it to be able to
yeah,
continue the game. Because I did play another one. I can't even think of the name now, but essentially, she's a witch, and you've got to find stuff to do recipes in your cauldron to be able to continue. It was still a fighting game and an RPG, like, but yeah, that was a bit long winded because it was that you do have to do this to be able
yeah.
to like levels through the cooking essentially to be able to make something even better to be able to
Yeah,
do the next thing.
and that's the thing that I don't like about RPGs. I like the game. I like the story. If it's got a good story, by the way.
Yeah, which that's
The
why I've enjoyed this
open
lot.
world. I like,
Yeah.
but it just does. And I don't mind side missions and everything, but it's just like when you have to cook if your energy's getting low and camp out, whatever. I
Mm.
just feel like fuck me, just save and like Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean?
There was the other one. I can't think. Chronicles or something. Um, and they were really good games as well. Because there was a couple of those. I'm just quickly trying to find what it was called. Uh, it's um on the Switch. Oh god, I'm not going to be able to fucking because it was
It's
kind of like a Keyblade thing.
like the Kingdom Hearts Keyblade.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good games actually.
Oh, I wish I. To be fair, if I would have properly read that email, I would have. Xenoblade Chronicles.
Right, I know what you're on about. Yeah,
Yeah, so there was one on the Switch U, which I haven't played. But then I've played 1, 2, and 3 on the Switch. And again, open world. You can literally just explore, fight the random monsters and that. And the story was good on that as well. I think there's another one coming
I've
out
just
at some point. But
well, I've just googled obviously 'cause you're on about Keyblades. If there's will there be a Kingdom Hearts 5, and apparently it has been confirmed.
I was just about to say, I
June
saw it the other
14,
day.
2026. Now, also, Kingdom Hearts just have a banger of a sound. Is it no soundtrack? An opening song.
Yeah,
1 and 2, big tunes, mate.
I still never finished 3. That's another one I'm going to have to
Right.
fucking.
I play number 4.
Sorry, number 4.
Yeah, I've played number 4 2 or 3 times now and got to the same point. Stop playing it every time.
Yeah,
It's
and
just,
it has been that long since I played it. I
yeah.
would have to start from the
Yeah,
beginning
you'd have
again.
to. Yeah, just get the story back. Yeah.
Not even just the story
No,
though, for the controls of how to fight and
I
all
know.
that.
Nah. Oh yeah, because you have with this one. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, because you got the different fucking buttons and
yeah.
combos and that. Any you
Now
can't
my
just bash X and that like the old ones.
no, no,
Uh,
but no. Thank you
but
for your
yeah,
email again.
so have a look out for them ones. But yeah, if you've got enough time, then definitely fucking those ones because the stories can just plod on through and that. And Yeah, they're worth the hours, but they are so long these days as well because it's I don't know. The one of them it was like 60 hours that it took for me to complete it, but that was because it's got like a turbo mode as well. Because otherwise, it is slow. You're walking around, it's just dragging. So it's got the turbo, and then when it's the dead quests that you don't really need, it's nothing. It's not contributing to the story. You can skip all the text and the scenes and that. So if I didn't do that, it'd probably be fucking I don't know, like 150
Yeah.
hours of gameplay or something.
I think we spoke about it before on the podcast. Remember Digimon World?
Yeah, yeah.
How fucking hard was that to get you like Digimon to
That
get a decent one as well?
yeah, that first
Oh
one
my god.
on the PS1, Digimon World,
Yeah.
and you'd get so far because like they had the lifespan in it, and
Yeah.
you get it to a certain point, and then they'd die. You'd have to start off with an egg again, build it up, and oh god, it used to take ages. That
I remember I had Digicard Battle the game was on
mm,
PS1. Absolutely smashed the life out of it. Loved it. Uh and it's you literally just playing cards, but like you'd see the battle sequence, if you will. And got right to the last boss. Obviously chipped PS1. You know when them ones where you had to turn it
yeah,
upside
yeah.
down. It kept crashing on the boss, and it got to the point where I must have tried it about 100 times. Done this about 100 times.
Mm,
Halfway through, always crashed. No matter what, it pissed me off.
that's the
I should
chip
just brought
game
the game
version.
though,
That
and
was yeah, the
yeah,
save would have been
yeah.
all right.
Or would
Yeah,
it though? Because it was a bit cheap game. That's
yeah. No, so it, it was the console that was cheaped.
yeah, but the discs were just
Yeah, so
yeah.
the save file's still fine. The data on the disk is still the same. It's just basically
So that would
it made the console read a non-PlayStation disc.
right. Okay. No, I didn't. I should just brought the game then.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't have the money. I was a kid.
Well,
But
no,
yeah.
no. I, I used to love that because it was you'd get like same as old knockoff DVDs. You get free games for like a tenner and that. It was fucking good
what
old days.
what me and my brother used to do? We used to go to the market to get the cheap games because the geezer who chipped our PlayStation used to go to a market. I can't remember where it was now, and I think I want to say it was 245 of the games was.
Mm.
But what me and my brother used to do was like see a game we want, take the disc out of it, and put it into another game we want. So we had two discs in one sleeve, and then get another. I've then obviously pick another game. So essentially, we had three games for the price of two.
Mm.
And then like, oh, can you do this? Yeah, fiver. They just give him a fiver. And we had three games out of him. Yeah, thief.
Yeah, man. Well, you did grow up in Stedford.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's getting on a bit, but we will just quickly rattle through these WhatsApps. Send them in. The number 07470 488 096. Text messages, WhatsApps. Still no titty pictures this week, which do not send them in. We don't want you to send them in.
Well, you're gonna get a dick pic.
I was surprised that one wasn't
But
censored.
honestly, you're gonna get a dick
Yeah,
pic. I swear.
I was expecting it after coming out of that last week. God, some little maggot, fucking James. So, uh, Absy's back on it. She says, "We need the goss. Don't let us down, Steve."
Oh yeah.
So I'll read Steve's message then. Hi lads, only bad news this week.
Ooh.
We went out for a drink, but he literally had 3 points and left. So no new updates as of yet, but hang in there. I'll let you know as soon as I can.
Right.
So yeah, fair play, Steve. Just
He has got everyone gripped on this story.
yeah, they want to know what's going
They
on.
want to
man.
know. There's a million questions everyone wants to ask.
Yeah, saying that, yeah, if there's anything that you want us to ask Steve on your behalf, then let us know. Well, obviously for Steve's mates, unless you want to ask Steve a question, fucking yeah. And then the message again from Carl. How many footballers' houses have you pooped in?
This is a great question, actually.
So the first one was Chris Brunt, which I know we've said the story on one of the earlier podcasts, but that was literally I'm sure it was a Saturday I was working there, but yeah, I needed to go to the toilet, but the other builder had just used the downstairs toilet,
Oh.
and it stunk the whole of the ground floor out. And I was like, I ain't using that. So I've gone up. First bedroom I've gone into, well, the first door I've gone in, saw it was a big room, clocked the ensuite, so I've gone in. And then you've ended up ringing me. And I was like, mate, yeah, I'm having a shit. And I didn't know whose house it was.
Yeah, I
Just
remember
there,
you
just
saying
to
it's
do
at
the job.
West Brom.
Yeah. And so I found the picture, which was his wedding picture, sent it over to you. And you rang up laughing straight away. You was like, you're in Chris Brunt's house? So, yeah, Chris Brunt's, Jamie Vardy, before they won the Premier League.
I know you done Matthew Loughton's as well.
Yeah, Loughton, that was when he was playing for Villa, because the plasterer, fucking, he's a blue nose, and he was writing BCFC, fucking on random things all over the place.
Yeah.
Look, there's a chair by the front door. For me, it would be one that you'd sit on to put your shoes on or offlog. But to be fair, you wouldn't want it because the chair was probably like a 10 grand chair. It was like this white leather thing, high back and this and that. And yeah, literally just lay it down onto its back and wrote it in permanent marker on the fucking base of it. Like, and you think, fucking hell, man. Yeah, he was a miserable cunt anyway, so we didn't really give a fuck. There's been a couple rugby players, but I'm not really into rugby. I can't even think of the names of them. I nearly went to Gareth Bale's house, but I wasn't a part of that team at that point. I was hoping to go there, but nah.
Who had the nicest house?
By the time we finished, it was Vardy really, because we did essentially do the whole of that house up. Because the games room, when they were celebrating the Premier League win, that was what we did. Because it was classed as a double garage, but you could easily fit the 4 cars in it, even though it was the 2 doors.
Just the 4.
Yeah. And then like to the lock conversion, which was half of it was the bedroom and the ensuite, and the other half was Rebecca's walk-in wardrobe. So that was a nightmare getting all the materials up the little winding staircase and that, and fucking all the plasterboard and everything. And it was mainly just for shoes, man. Ridiculous. She was a miserable bitch as well, which I'm sure most of you know from the Wagatha Christie, was he? Fucking, I don't know, but all the saga with Rooney's missus Colleen.
I thought you'd done. I thought you've worked in. You've worked in more footballers' houses, though. I know you
I'm
haven't
trying to
shit in
think of
there.
them, to be fair.
I know. Yeah. Did you do Gareth Barry? No, Gareth Barry as well. Oh, I can't
Yeah,
remember
I
now.
think.
I know you've done another West Brom player, but I can't remember who the life of me was. But I don't think because I remember saying, "Did you shit in his house?" And he was like, "Nah, nah." I'm sure you
I
done
don't
another.
know.
Yeah.
There was probably, I think there was about 6 that we did in total, but I can't think of them all.
No, I know one was definitely another West Brom player.
Yeah. Um,
Oh,
and then
who was that? Man, that's gonna annoy me.
the other one, like, so uh, worked in the building that Flabby Bungalow lived in. Whether he still lives there or not, I don't know. But didn't work in his. Saw his dusted up Lamborghini, literally just sitting there, just gathering dust. Fucking, I part of the van right next to it as well.
Yeah, standard.
The van was cleaner than that car,
Yeah.
though. It was,
Don't clip it, mate.
oh god, fucking, the only clip it's gonna get off. Fucking hell. Yeah, I think it was about 6 in total. I don't know, but there's been a lot of celebrities. Well, celebrities, semi-famous people. I don't know. I'll have to try and remember who the other ones were. Uh, so who else? Right. There is a couple more, but because we're getting on to the hour points, just want to get onto Ryan's one. So his mate was the one that fucking wanted to pull a Hooters chick.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So howdy lads. My mate, he's full on like James Buckley. You nailed it. So that's your man from the, that's your man from the in-betweeners, isn't he? So we're going there Saturday before hitting the club.
Yeah.
So we will egg him on. I've got the other lads in on it. So fucking, I'm hoping we get a video off of that.
Yeah,
Now.
we should definitely get a video, if not like voice note updates as it's going on. So we've entered, that'd be great. Yeah, if you could do that, that'd be perfect.
it's all right. I've got some cows in my head that I do want to quickly talk about. But yeah, hopefully we do get some funny banter off of this one. Then some. I mean, for his mate's sake, hopefully he does pull.
I hope he does that.
But
I hope he does that.
I'm wanting him not to.
He's not going to.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. So
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see the outcome on this. But
What do you think the outcome's going to be, mate?
I think he's not even going to fuck him. Even if he's blood,
Right.
he does get steam, and I think he's just going to completely bottle out of it.
Yeah.
Or it'll be the bullshit one, like he'll walk off to speak to her away from everyone else, and then it'll be like, oh, my mate over there, blah blah, fucking like coming up with some bullshit to come up with that instead of actually asking her out.
Right.
So don't let him do that. Go, like, if he tries to walk off to do it, get within an earshot so he knows that he can't bottle it and he has to fucking come out with some chat up line. Try and give him some chat up lines to fucking say as well. That'd be funny. But yeah, just because you just said about voice notes. So last night, because I don't have notifications on my phone for WhatsApp. So whenever anyone messages or whatever on there, I don't know until I physically open the app. So I'm watching TV and my phone's ringing, but there's nothing on the display. There's no like name and the green or red button to answer. I'm like, why is it ringing? And it was going on for ages as well, because normally, it's like 10 seconds max and it will stop. So fucking, I thought, I'm going to check WhatsApp then, in case someone's trying ringing me on there. So I've gone on. I'm going to have to get it up now. Fucking hell. So a number that I didn't know. So there was messages on there. This started, so the first message was at 5:15. Hello, Simon. How are you doing? And then an hour and 10 minutes later, so 6:25 now. Simon, are you there? And then at fucking 7:50, are you busy? With 2 question marks, and then the 2 well, hand on chin smiley emojis. Well, and then they've tried ringing me. So I don't know this person, and I'm like, you've got the wrong number, and I don't use this app. So me saying I don't use this app is to say, don't fucking text me or whatever.
Yeah.
So
that is, yeah.
Yeah, and it's a UK number.
Oh, and then she did. Oh,
so she started trying to chat to me then.
Yeah, she's put. Thanks for understanding. You seem a nice person. By the way, I'm Alice from Fulham, and you.
Yeah.
And then, wait, am I right to?
Yeah, so she's left me a voice note then, so you can see I haven't replied or anything.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, it was only because I'd looked at it this morning, because obviously she started messaging me back and that, messaging me, and I'm not knowing, because I'm not having a ping go on. I don't know that she's messaging. So she sent a few. Oh my goodness! Just noticed I've mistyped the number, whatever. So sorry for bumping into your inbox. No, it's fucking WhatsApp, it's not emails. Hope you are not offended. And I'll just message, no worries. And then straight away again, thanks for understanding. You seem a nice person. By the way, I'm Alice from Fulham, and you. And again, 15 minutes later, because I didn't reply, put those same like emojis, and then left a voice note. So I'll play it for you.
Hello, are you busy?
So another Simon's up to. Okay, now.
I don't know how clear it was for anyone, because I had to listen to it a couple of times, but it's an Asian lady. Hello, are you busy? Not in plain English like that. I wouldn't be surprised if she was trying to sell me some fried rice. But yeah, I've just blanked that. I should block her.
Simon's a dirty man.
Well, obviously he's got a similar number to mine. But who types in a number like that I haven't already got saved? So how she typed it in?
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm not going to get roped into trying to get in a conversation with this one because it's easily done where they'll send the link and then they're in your phone and all that and trying to do things. So yeah, it's a good job I don't cheat on my wife because
You might,
that's a clickbait one
you
straight away.
should,
there.
well, you should, as I say, you should block and delete the chat.
Yeah, well, I will do now. To be fair, because I just wanted since I saw that
Yeah,
voice
just
note
wanted,
this morning, I
yeah,
thought, yeah, I've got to fucking
right.
well, show you at least,
Yeah.
and then yeah, obviously I'd forgot until you just said about voice notes. But yeah, so if any of you lot want to give a voice note, feel free to. Otherwise, yeah, keep it up with the emails and the text messages and that. Yeah, sending your stories, your questions, needing some advice or whatever. Send it all. We're here. We're not queer. We wanna know it all.
We're definitely not queer.
Autistic maybe, but yeah, not that.
Yeah, hopefully next week we'll have some more updates
Yeah,
on the story progression so far.
yeah, Steve, you're just gonna have to get him pissed
Yeah.
up. Might have to, because if he's struggling to get him out for a good drink, it might take a little bit of time. This, so I'm not
Yeah.
holding any
Might
pressure
have
on
to,
you, Steve.
yeah, bit of a wailing game on that one.
But yeah, just bear in mind the fans want to know, and Ryan's mate, fucking James Buckley. Let's see what happens with that.
Yeah. We don't reckon Buckley's got it.
Nah,
No.
nah. But yeah, let's hopefully we get a good few updates next week. And yeah, on that bombshell, AJ is going to get fucked up tonight. We'll find out. I don't know. As I say, I'm not feeling it, but hopefully I'm feeling it a bit more when I sit down after getting back home later. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one anyway.
Bye bye.
Peace.